Have you ever felt an uncanny sense of déjà vu? Or perhaps you've been inexplicably drawn to a time, place, or culture that you've never encountered directly. Many people experience these intense feelings and wonder if they might be signs of past lives. The concept of reincarnation, the belief that our souls return to live multiple lives, learning and evolving each time, has been present in cultures and spiritual traditions for thousands of years. While it's a mystery that science hasn't fully explained, stories from around the world suggest that some memories, fears, and affinities might be echoes from previous lives. In today's video, we're going to dive into 9 signs that could indicate you've lived before. These aren't just random occurrences or passing thoughts. They're experiences and feelings that resonate deeply within many people and might give clues to your soul's journey through time. As we go through each sign, reflect on your own life experiences and see if anything feels familiar. Let's explore the mysteries of past lives together. 1. Unexplained fears or phobias. Have you ever had a fear that seems to make no sense in this lifetime? Maybe you're terrified of water despite never having a bad experience with it, or you feel anxious around fire for no apparent reason. These unexplained phobias can often feel irrational and overpowering, and for some, they seem rooted in something beyond this life. According to reincarnation beliefs, intense fears or phobias could stem from traumatic events in past lives that left an emotional imprint on the soul. Consider the possibility that if you drowned in a past life, you might carry a fear of water into this one, or if you fell from a great height, a fear of heights might follow you into your current existence. These phobias often don't respond to logic. You might know, for example, that flying is generally safe, but that knowledge doesn't ease the fear. Many people report that acknowledging these fears as possible remnants of past lives can be the first step in addressing and even overcoming them. Have you ever felt an irrational fear that you can't quite explain? 2. Recurring dreams or nightmares. Have you ever experienced a recurring dream that feels strangely familiar, as if it's a memory rather than just a dream? These types of dreams often involve vivid images of people, places, or experiences that seem deeply familiar, yet foreign at the same time. For instance, you might find yourself dreaming about a medieval town or a desert landscape that feels intensely real. Many believe that recurring dreams are a way the subconscious mind brings past life memories to the surface. When we sleep, the boundaries between our conscious and subconscious minds soften, allowing hidden memories to emerge. If you find yourself repeatedly dreaming of a specific time period, culture, or even a particular house that you've never seen in real life, it could be a glimpse of a past existence. These dreams often have a strong emotional component. You might wake up feeling deeply connected to people or places in the dream, or even experience emotions tied to those memories, like longing or loss. Keeping a dream journal can help you recognize patterns, and over time you might start to see a clearer picture of a past life emerge. What recurring dreams have you had that left you wondering if they were more than just dreams? 3. Inexplicable skills or knowledge. Have you ever noticed that certain skills or topics come to you unusually easily, almost as if you're remembering rather than learning? Some people discover they can play an instrument without much practice, pick up a language quickly, or have an instinctive grasp of historical knowledge they've never studied. These inexplicable talents or areas of knowledge might actually be skills carried over from past lives. This phenomenon is commonly seen in child prodigies who display extraordinary abilities without formal training. According to reincarnation theory, souls can carry learned skills and knowledge from one lifetime to the next. You might, for instance, feel a strong connection to a particular form of art, or experience a flow state while working on certain tasks, as if you're tapping into something deeply familiar. This doesn't mean you'll instantly be an expert in every skill you've ever learned in past lives, but you may find a natural aptitude or comfort with certain things. Think about your own life. Are there any areas where you feel naturally gifted? Skills like these may be clues to past life experiences where you develop these abilities. 4. Xenoglossy, the ability to speak. Unlearned languages. Xenoglossy is a fascinating phenomenon where someone starts speaking or understanding a language they've never formally learned. Imagine a child who speaks fluent Italian despite only hearing English at home, or an adult who can write in an ancient language like Sanskrit without any prior exposure. Some believe that xenoglossy is strong evidence for reincarnation, suggesting that knowledge of languages can be carried from one life to another. Although this phenomenon is rare, cases of xenoglossy have been reported around the world, with some individuals displaying fluency in languages from ancient times or distant cultures. Skeptics suggest that xenoglossy might be due to exposure we aren't aware of, but believers see it as a powerful indication of past lives. Have you ever felt an affinity for a language you've never studied, or experienced an unusual ease when learning one? Perhaps it's a skill you picked up in a former life. 5. Attraction to certain cultures or time periods. Have you ever felt an intense fascination or even a longing for a particular culture, place, or historical era? This could be an attraction to ancient Egypt, a sense of connection to the Victorian era, or a feeling of belonging when surrounded by Native American artifacts. This kind of attraction often goes beyond casual interest and feels deeply personal, as if a part of you recognizes it on a soul level. For some, this connection is expressed through adopting parts of that culture into their lives, such as its music, food, clothing, or language. If you feel deeply at home with a specific culture or period, it could be a sign that you lived in that environment in a past life. Many people describe this attraction as feeling like home, and it often comes with a deep emotional connection. Have you ever felt inexplicably drawn to a place or time that feels like it belongs to you? 6. Deja Vu experiences. Deja vu is the uncanny sensation that you've experienced something before, even if it's entirely new to you. Maybe you visit a place for the first time and feel like you already know your way around, or you meet someone new but feel as though you've known them for ages. Deja vu is common, but when it happens intensely or frequently, it might be a sign of past life memories resurfacing. In the context of past lives, deja vu may occur when a current experience mirrors one from a previous lifetime, sparking a memory at the soul level. You might walk into an old building and instinctively know details about it, or have a conversation that feels like you've had it before. The feeling often comes with a sense of familiarity, and sometimes even an emotional response, as if you're reconnecting with something significant from the past. Think back. Do you have any deja vu moments that felt especially strong or meaningful? 7. Unexplained. Physical marks or sensations. Did you know that some people believe our physical bodies can carry marks from past life experiences? For example, a birthmark could correspond to a scar from a wound in a previous life, or a recurring physical sensation might relate to an injury sustained in another incarnation. These signs are subtle, but many people see them as clues to a deeper soul history. Chronic pain or unexplained physical sensations, like the feeling of a weight on your shoulders or tension in a specific body part, might also be related to past life trauma. For instance, someone with an inexplicable neck ache might have suffered an injury to the neck in a past life. Some people report feeling sensations like the weight of long hair when they've always had short hair, or the feeling of wearing clothing from another era. These physical imprints can offer fascinating insights into your soul's journey. Do you have any physical marks or sensations that seem to defy explanation? 8. Intense connections with certain people. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt as though you've known them forever, even if it's the first time you're meeting? This intense connection could be a sign of a soul relationship that has spanned multiple lifetimes. In reincarnation beliefs, it's thought that souls often travel in groups, reuniting in various lives to support and learn from each other. These connections can be overwhelmingly positive, but they can also feel challenging. You might encounter someone who feels like family or a soulmate from the moment you meet, or conversely, experience an intense dislike or tension with someone without a clear reason. Believers in reincarnation suggest that these feelings might be tied to unresolved dynamics from past lives. Have you had encounters with people who felt instantly familiar or who evoked strong, inexplicable emotions? 9. Feeling like you don't belong. Do you sometimes feel out of place in the modern world, like you're out of sync with the society around you? Many people who believe in reincarnation describe a sense of not belonging, as if they're out of step with their current surroundings. This feeling can be a subtle reminder of past lifetimes when you might have felt more at home. This experience is often described as feeling like an old soul, or having a sense of nostalgia for a way of life that no longer exists. You might feel drawn to simpler, more traditional lifestyles, or have a deep appreciation for nature and the natural world that isn't always reflected in modern society. If you feel this way, it could be a sign that your soul has experienced many lifetimes, adapting and evolving over time. Embracing this feeling can help you find purpose and peace, even if you don't quite fit in. Thank you for joining us on this journey through 9 potential signs of past lives. Did any of these resonate with you? Have you ever felt any of these signs in your own life? Share your experiences in the comments below. Whether or not you believe in reincarnation, exploring these signs encourages us all to reflect on the soul's mysteries. After all, every life, whether past, present, or future, adds to the richness of our journey.